Welcome back to News Insights. I am Victory. And on this segment, we're talking about Jimoh Ibrahim's lamentations on the steel project in Ajaokuta. Pastor Kingsley, please, can you shed more light on this?
Jimoh.
Yes.
Okay. All right. The projects have been failed. Ajaokuta has been since 1975 or thereabout. That's 75, 76, thereabout. Yes. And the reasons for projects are things we always should know. Two things a country should have and they will move towards development. Number one is steel. The other one is power. If a nation can have a steel industry and has steady power, they will move closer to being a developed nation, because you see they can manufacture a lot of things by themselves. That's one of the things that they can do. And you know that Ajaokuta was part of the deal that they used for the civil war between Russia, Nigeria. It was like a bargain, if I can remember very well. Now, we also know that after Ajaokuta was built, before Ajaokuta was being built, Ajaokuta was already, the technology of Ajaokuta was a little bit obsolete to where it was coming from. Now, being obsolete, we are trying to fix it, but it has never been able to fix. Technology has moved faster now in steel industry than what we have in Ajaokuta. So most of the time they try to upgrade and get there, then they fall back. Then they are trying to, so for the project to pick up, it's going to be like either abandoned or completely replaced. Now, Senator Jimoh Ibrahim coming up to talk about, he's just using Ajaokuta as a project. I think he mentioned about 9,000 projects or so or thereabout that are abandoned, capital projects.
We'll come back to that particular one.
Okay.
Barrister Philip, please, can we hear your thoughts on this?
Yes. Jimoh Ibrahim, started a very good topic. He said that mega projects are the foundation with which a country grows. That Ajaokuta and other projects abandoned in this country, if they were well managed, in fact, he was talking project management, this country would have far gone. He said that Nigeria will start potential projects and they will abandon the halfway. And this is true. Like what my colleague was saying. If this project were well harnessed, we would have been where we are. When Ajaokuta came up, they first already had Delta Steel Complex in Onwe Alaja. They were already producing. So Ajaokuta was to supplement it, and that was what gave birth to the rail track that they're using for passenger rail today. It was meant to be industrial rail, where the product from Ajaokuta will be transported to Warri Seaport and thereby shipped out to other nations. But you see, we have very fine projects. They tend to call the elephant project, but they are not. What has happened is that the management, the government, had loose focus of this project established. And one of the major problems we have in this country is that we don't realize that government is continual. Once another man comes into office today, if he wants to do something different from what has been going, instead of you to take that thing and run with it to the end so that we can see the end product, no, you start a new one. Even ordinary road construction. A new government will want to start a new road, abandoning the one.
We are digressing a bit.
They are holistic. They are holistic things.
Yeah, so basically, it's talking about projects that can bring revenue to the country. So, and he's using this Ajaokuta project as a point, like a point of relating to every other project. Yes. And one of the things that he complained about is the fact that they bring up things that don't even, it's like you don't even think about these things. You just want to start doing it. No research, nothing. You just want to start doing it. Just like what you were saying just now about if it wants to be, it needs to be abandoned or started, you have to start from beginning. Yes. Just shed more light on that.
Okay, so you see, the project we talk about, basically, a project that starts, they don't have a date of ending, or the contractors are not signed with, so that no matter the government that comes in cannot alter that contract. You see, those are most of the things that they do. There have been a time Ajaokuta Steel rolling mill or company was 95% completed. But another government came in and abandoned it and left it the way it is. And when you pick up again, it goes back. It's just like a car you have parked for a long time. I can decide to be the president that comes in now. It's just like what they are doing in road now. Lagos to Calabar Highway, Lagos to Sokoto Highway. What happened to the Lagos Benin Highway? Port Harcourt. They call it East-West Road.
They call it Coastal Highway. Coastal Road.
Now they are now looking for Coastal Road.
Coastal Road.
So what happened to the one that we had before? Is it too congested that we can't pass that one? That one is not perfected yet. We are now using billions of naira. There's nothing wrong with having a coastal road. There's nothing having a coastal road, but the one we had before must have been congested for us to say, let us open up another one. And meanwhile, the ports that we have that we need to open up more ports, we're not even doing that. We're just only having the Lagos seaport, and that's all. The one for Calabar and the other one in the southwest, south area. That we need, the one in Cocoa.
We have 4 seaports.
Seaports.
You know, like he was saying, I know the question you were asking. He said, as at the time Ajaokuta rolling steel mill was coming up, it was already an obsolete technology.
Yes.
But if they had continued and completed, there's room for improvement to bring in the new technology. But what he's trying to say now is that you have abandoned even the obsolete one that you started. You didn't complete it.
Thank you.
So if you want to go back to it, those technology, there's no room for improvement anymore. So those money are wasted.
Yes.
So you can't even, those money, you can't give account for them. So if you really want to do that project,
you have to start afresh.
You have to just go for the new technology, that would cost much more money.
When you could have completed it before
Exactly.
and improved from
and improve
there.
on it. You know, like you buy your telephone, your phone, they will tell you update.
Yeah, that's true.
That this
but you first of all had a phone.
Exactly. This app is getting to update. You just updated it and then it start working fine again. But you didn't even have a phone for it to start with that we asked you to update. That's what has happened to Nigerian projects that was supposed to give us this mega, upliftment. You talk about noble agricultural project they started, we don't see anything about them.
Different governments starting different ones.
Different things.
At this point, there should be a rule or a law that states that whatever the power government has
No,
started,
they know.
complete it.
They know. Let me tell you something. They have done it in Lagos. That's one of the few good things I like about Tinubu. When it came to Lagos, he institutionalized a lot of things and allowed bureaucracy and civil service to run Lagos. That's the truth. So that even when you leave, any governor leaves Lagos, they now have a structure of how Lagos should be run. That's true. Anybody that comes there. The same thing we should have in this country. And the funny thing about it, most federal system, the federation concentrates on foreign affairs. While basically the one that is being run locally is run by the structure and the states. They concentrate more of foreign affairs, not the development of each particular state. But we have a duplication of ministries from the federal to the state. We have Ministry of Works at the federal, we have at the state. We have this one at the federal, we have at the state. We could have allowed the states to run. Then you have mega projects like this. See, most of those projects would have just been maybe 10% federal and 90% private individual. Like all this.
Philip, do you agree with what he's saying?
No, yeah, he has said it all. Because the truth is that when you have a true federalism, the federal component is concerned with defense and foreign engagement with little contribution to internal affairs. The state run what happened within their states. And that is why the local government in foreign countries, the counties are very strong because they are the closest to the people. And that was why when they said Supreme Court, even though through the back door, they said the local government had gained their autonomy, it was widely celebrated in this country. But I don't say it's going to work because the court doesn't make law for a country. The legislature make law and we execute it. We have said this on this platform over and over again that what we need is a good government. like Obasanjo was saying, sorry for digressing, he said that, look, he had taken people to Korea to meet with the former president of Singapore and South Korea. And they were taught that what you need for you to develop your country is integrity and merit. For us to grow, for us to make all this thing work, we need to elect people with integrity,
credibility,
and people who had merit to be appointed into offices, so that they will work meritoriously, that they will work and they will protect their integrity. That we were also told that, look, when you offer yourself to serve, it's not to enrich yourself. Yes. And that's what we are lacking in this country. People see themselves, when they get appointed or get elected, they see it as an opportunity to enrich themselves and their family.
And that's why most of this project, they bear in mind that they are not going to complete.
No, they know. It's just a way of siphoning money. So and do you know, they do Thanksgiving, they do parties, they do congratulations on the message. It's a call to serve, not a call to empty the treasury. It's a call to save.
With anxiety.
Exactly. It's a call to save. You shouldn't
be going with happiness. You shouldn't be happy.
You don't know that they shouldn't be happy. They should be happy that they are going to save
the country. They are going to put their imprint on the sand of time and see that.
Now it's easier for them to make impact.
So let me say this: when Ogbemudia, Samuel Ogbemudia of blessed memory, when he was the military governor of
Edo State, Bende State, yes.
The road he constructed in Warri till tomorrow,
they're still there.
Road that we can say of. I give you an example of the Warri Supply Road. You have all the Warri Metropolis, all the road tied by Ogbemudia. Because he knew the time, you know what they do? They cast the road. No matter the rain, because we are from riverine area, water will flow everything. But when the rain goes away, the road remains what it is. The roads were there before I was given back to, and they are still there, and they will still be there. And that's why we don't play with Samuel Ogbemudia.
Anytime you look at the road, you remember him. Now he has created an impact.
Yes. You are called to serve. You should be happy. And because you are called to serve, it's an opportunity for you to showcase what God has deposited in you for humanity. But the reverse is the case. Once everybody wants to show that, we are celebrating with you that you have been appointed, you have been elected, and after that, we now said, okay, now we do this one for you now. So what is our take? I read this morning that the governor of Ebonyi State has crowned his own father as a king. What kind of country?
Look, let me. Ogbemudia brought Bende line. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Bende line was the pride of Bendel.
It is not only Bendel line. Those of us in the river also give us what we call Cinemandi. That's the riverine
transportation system
of like the Bendel line. If you go to the Warri port, then you board that boat. It takes you round through the whole river, through our place down to Bomadi, to Brutu. You have different lines that are going to all the riverine.
Because he saw that transportation was basic in the movement of human and goods.
Exactly.
Now, Oshiomhole came, right? Removed Bende line and started Comrade line. See? And for God Bende line, their asset better here. We have an Edo house there. That's where Bende line was. Now converted to a Edo line. Then the Delta had Delta line when they splitted assets. Do you understand? Oshiomhole brought to killed Edo line, started a comrade line or comrade buses. After he left, Obaseki came, killed comrade buses, brought his own. I've forgotten the name of his own now. So now that Pueblo has entered, we don't know what next we are going to
do. You see what Senator Jimoh Ibrahim is saying?
Yes.
This is the project. When you start a project, instead of seeing it to a conclusion where it will benefit the people.
Yes.
That's when I open my statement that government, they should know that government is continual.
Yes.
It doesn't have to do with your tenure.
It's not about you.
It's not about you. It's about the policy.
It's about the people.
So that we work and benefit the people.
Yes. It's not about you.
And once you see the other person, the past governors or the past leaders' vision,
you'll
be able to see it to the
his vision is not even his vision, it's the state vision.
You improve on it. That's why you have come to contribute your own quota. You cannot do it all. So I agree with Senator Jimoh Ibrahim in total.
Yes.
Forget whoever that is bringing the message. The messenger is insignificant, but the message is preaching is very important.
Very
I remember he said to the present government that, in fact, Tinubu should see what he can do to complete some of these projects so that they can start giving the society what their intention. He knows that the present government cannot finish all the
projects.
abandoned projects.
Yeah.
What he is saying indirectly is that you don't need new projects.
Projects.
There are already projects that
that you can work on.
Just
people.
work on it.
Just work on it.
Now look at a temporary pin on this particular topic. We'll start again next.
All right. Okay.
Thank you for watching News Insights. We'll be right back.